incompletion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On the handoff, this is Howard. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
Carry there by Jordan Howard, and we all know he started his career in Chicago and was a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher. Spent 2019 in Philadelphia battling injuries. But when he's healthy, he can be a flat-out workhorse and can break down defenses.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Brought down right. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 10.
They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And he's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
How? Oh, I thought that was an interception. I seriously thought that was an interception.
Sanders now had the extra point.
Well, I guess that's what you get for playing all Madden, huh?
And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they were in field goal range the last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
25-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Philip Dorsett. Incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores
Let's go,
down,
D.
and here they give away the football.
And
Let's go, D.
I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Come on, D. Oh.
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone.
Oh.
Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Eluding the pressure right. And it is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Oh.
The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Almost.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. And the return stops at the 30-yard line.
All right.
Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down?
Devontae Parker, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
I almost had that red.
Devontae Parker with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
All right, time to come back. It's only the first quarter, 27-0. Let's go.
First quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Almost.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing, and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean,
all right, we're going middle. We're going middle. Let's go.
That's what it feels like right now. They are all over.
Go right. Go left. Go left. Go left. Whoop. All right.
Won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Everyone got 4 down. Hey, switch gears.
I don't like the way this is set up, so come on. All right, we'll send you out like that.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Hey, let's get that.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle.
Let's go.
5 yards shy of midfield.
Yeah.
The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
It's always interesting when you get ready for a Seattle Seahawks game because when you think of their receivers, you think of these guys going to be 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds out on the perimeter. But Tyler Lockett, he shatters all of those thoughts. Much more like a water bug, but maybe their most trusted target downfield. Led Seattle with 1,057 yards last season, operates in the slot and outside, and is tough as any receiver in the NFL.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
All right.
Raekwon McMillan. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And they brought the pressure.
It's only first quarter, bro.
Didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And you know,
I got 3 more quarters to come back. Let's go.
Offensive line,
Let's go.
The nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. And
Oh,
that'll be
come on.
incomplete. Took a pretty good
Come on,
shot as he tried
Metcalf.
to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And my goodness, another interception.
Come on. Come on, come on, come
Picked
on.
off by Eric
Come on.
Rowe. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. The interception woes
Let's go,
have just
D.
continued to
Let's go,
mount.
D.
He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some ball was tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Trying to punch it in with Howard.
Oh.
He takes it into the end zone for the Dolphins touchdown. Jordan Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
Come on.
He hits pay
Oh,
dirt
come on,
because of it.
guys.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
The
Alright, we're
Seahawks
doing
offense
this.
now, they get ready to head back onto the
We're
field.
doing this.
They've
Go.
got to be absolutely reeling right now.
Know your
Couldn't have
spot,
expected
know
to
your
be down
person,
this
let's
big,
go.
this early. But
Let's
that's
go.
the spot
Let's
they're
go.
in as they
Let's
come
go.
up to try again here. And he will lose yardage here back at the
Yeah.
23-yard line.
Come on,
He'll
four
lose a
game
yard
guy.
there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting
Let's
these
go.
negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Let's go.
On
Get
second
your guy,
down
get your
there,
guy.
it's Carson. And once again, the Dolphin defense holds firm as they'll stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a
Other way.
loss of
Let's
5
go.
yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill
Metcalf.
battle here on
Got
3rd
you.
and long.
Get me. Get me. Get me.
And he'll
Come
lose
on.
yardage on this one back to the 13. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
All right.
Well, that was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Let's go. Hey, that was a fumble.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll get this out in a hurry to Parker. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22.
First and goal.
This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And this offense continues to pour it on.
You got to figure down by the
All right,
goal line.
that's
This is where a tight end
touchdown.
earns his money in the high traffic
If I
area.
make a touchdown,
He's able to
I'm gonna
work
get
free
married
to the
one day.
and grabs that one for a touchdown.
A good hold
Let's
of
get
his
some views on this. If I make a touchdown, I'm gonna get married one
Is
day.
on here in this first
I
half.
doubt I'm ever gonna get married. 42-0. Let's go.
Jason
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
If you don't know my YouTube channel, it's B-ry801's. I'm a huge Seattle fan. Obviously, I'm losing. I play Grand Theft Auto. If I make a touchdown, I'm gonna get married one day. Come on, I doubt it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Oh shit!
To DK Metcalf.
Let's go, Metcalf. Let's go.
That will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Seahawk football here to
42 to nothing.
2, as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up.
Wow.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hold your man, hold your man. Hold it tight, hold it tight. Go, 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 go. Oh, come on. Where's the fucking block, guys? Pardon my language. But where?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him.
You guys are playing like 2012.
Been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Let's go like this. Ready?
Now it's Wilson.
First down. Really?
And he fires one, but
really?
Incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
All right, D.
Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because
we saw
the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this?
Get in the game.
About the different
Let's go.
They've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
All right. Let's go.
12 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Breida, the ball carrier.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
47-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Right there by Matt Breida, and he spent the early part of his career in San Francisco, sharing the backfield and sharing the ball. What you really want with him, open space and make sure he's touching it, because he can take it from 0 to the end zone in a very short amount of time.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Parker, left side. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line.
Let's go, Hawks.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on 2nd and 13, Fitzpatrick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Darrell Taylor in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career.
42-0. Let's go.
Man.
We just saw an example of why Seattle felt that they needed to take Darrell Taylor in the second round of this year's draft, because his speed off the edge is something that's going to give offensive linemen fits. Consistency, a little bit of an issue while at the University of Tennessee, but when you see him at his best, when you see him flash that playmaking ability,
let's go, Hawks.
that's exactly what Seattle was looking for last year, near the bottom of the league in sacks.
No
He can't
returning
admit.
this one.
All right.
And they'll spot it right at the 20.
All right, let's
So
go.
let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. And partner, there's coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me,
Boom.
finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic.
Yeah.
Meaning you don't have to
Let's go.
deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10.
Tight dog. Kill. Well.
They'll try the left side. Carson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Jerome Baker there on the tackle.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, it's Carson. And that play is blown up.
All right,
Losing yardage
all
back
right.
at the 35.
I see what you guys did
That's
there.
a big
Now we'll go
loss
like
of
this.
3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Watch this.
This
Watch
defense
this.
really flown around in the
Ready?
first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get
Down.
started. Offense got to come
Set.
up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Hike.
Here's Wilson on 3rd down. Hit
Get
as
out
he
of here.
throws there, incomplete.
Get out of
Passing
here.
game not in sync here early. And
4th
now
and
it's
12.
4th
All
down.
right.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he
Listen,
knew where he
boys.
wanted to go with
This is
the
what
ball.
we gotta do.
Surprise, that
This
guy
is
was
what we gotta do.
covered, so he
Ready?
took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Ready? Believe in me. Believe in me. Yeah? Alright. Let's go. We're gonna go this.
The offense
You.
stays
Pull
put.
back.
They
Alright.
failed twice already in this
You.
first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hold that. Alright. Let's go.
They're indeed
Let's go.
going for it
Let's
as
go.
they look to throw.
Get it. Oh,
And
come on.
This is going to be
Get him.
intercepted.
Get him.
It's the
Get
Pro
him.
Bowler Byron
Get him.
Jones.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Let's go, boy.
But to be frank, CD, this is
We'll come
getting
back.
tough to
We'll come
watch.
back.
You feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes
All right,
it
let's
tougher
go like
and
this.
tougher to come up
You
with ways
here.
to try and support him.
You
but you have
here.
to as a team, because you can't just
You
throw your
here.
quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on.
You.
But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the
Yeah,
6th
boys.
one of the
Let's
defensive
go.
players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball
All
to
right.
the other team, and let's see
You
if our
here.
receivers can pick it off and turn it into,
You
into a completion.
here.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that
Come
to
on.
him right
Come
now.
on. Come on. Oh, come on.
Middle of the field, a
Come on.
breakaway. And all
Come
the way
on.
for a Miami touchdown.
How?
Mike Gesicki.
How?
Historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins
48
are
to
on cruise
nothing.
control.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did
49
there.
nothing.
Caught
Let's
that,
go.
Ran with it all the way to the end
Let's get
zone.
it. Let's get it. Come on, boys.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
All right.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That was my bad. Come on, Flowers. You admit it. It was my bad.
And I always
It's all
enjoy
good.
the
Let's go.
conversation post, because officials always tell you,
We get this second quarter. Let's go.
you caused the play.
Come on.
You did it.
We got
You had
this.
to.
After the roughing penalty on
Block
the
your guy,
PAT,
block
they'll
your
kick
guy,
off
block
from
your
15
guy.
yards
We ain't
further
getting that.
upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25.
Seattle again getting ready to take over
All right,
offensively.
Carson.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the
Let's
mojo
go.
back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can
All
make
right.
your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some
Hut.
double moves, things of that nature to go
Hut,
and try
hut.
to put some pressure on the defense.
Hike.
From the 27, Wilson.
Ooh.
Wilson hit. It's loose.
Go.
It's out. Fumble.
Oh,
The second down pass.
nice save, nice save.
Fumble on the play.
Good job.
Covered by
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting
Hey,
the
coach,
football as
hold
well.
up,
He
hold
left it
up, hold up.
exposed that time.
We gotta get our
Wound up having it
composure
knocked
together,
free, but
bro.
fortunately,
We gotta get our
had to learn
composure
teammate who was
together.
able to get it.
We gotta get this. We gotta get this. Come on, boys. Come on, boys. Let's go.
Danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
You got that? You got that? Let's go.
From the
Let's go.
shotgun,
Let's go.
Wilson.
Let's go. Boom.
And he's got
Boom.
his man in stride,
Boom.
complete.
Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, boy.
To the other side
Yeah,
of
boy.
midfield before going out of bounds.
Let's go, Lockett.
They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Boom. Get that, boy.
And
Oh,
that's
come
gonna
on.
be incomplete. Too
Come on.
tough to hold on to that one.
Come on, you got this.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to
Come
their
on,
advantage
Griffin, you're all right,
downfield,
bro.
go up and
You're
make
all
the
right, bro.
catch, take the hit and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Set. Hike.
Again on 2nd and 10. It's
Oh.
Wilson. And he's
Oh,
gonna be
come
hit
on.
and taken down. Back
Come
right
on.
the 48-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
And Russell Wilson gets sacked, and he tied for the most sacks in the NFL last season with 48 in total. But Seattle likes to throw the ball deep. So that means you're going to take more time to get the ball downfield. Sometimes the offensive line can't hold up, and he ends up hitting the deck on those plays.
Wide right, right. Let's go.
Wilson after the play
Wide
fake
right.
to Carson.
Yeah. Oh, come
And
on.
now here is another
Come on.
interception.
All right,
Picked up
Wilson.
by Eric Rowe.
Oh, come on, Lockett.
There he goes left
Oh, come
side.
on.
And he will bring
Come
it back.
on.
It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins
Oh.
touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Now, boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Jason Sanders.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Quentin Jefferson forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Play action. It's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Kyle Van Noy. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double team. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time it yields a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taking it about the 16. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. A give to Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Howard. That's good for a Miami Dolphins.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devontae Parker on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to pour it on. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 17.
Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far, he's north of 100 yards receiving. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Howard on the
after the incomplete pass. Here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll get 34 yards there.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1-yard gain. Brings up
on 2nd down now. It's Carson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. Kyler Murray throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. From there, we're off to check out another game. And at this point, they trail the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Adam Humphries, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jason Sanders.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter.
21-yard line.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yards to go.
Here's Wilson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
Touchdown, Dolphins.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
It's a gain of 8.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
6-yard line.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Sanders now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
To throw on 3rd down. Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now left side on the swing pass.
Wilson's pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
45-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
Wilson's pass.
And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. Going deep here for Parker. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive with 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Seahawks take over 1st and 10. at their own 20.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get it down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They go play action now. Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Kyle Van Noy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's 2nd down.
After the sack on 1st down, Wilson. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard.
Xavier Howard. Wilson's pass.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 39 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is...
And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.